I've not posted anything on YouTube for the last couple of weeks, and that's because I've been filming a bunch of content and I've been editing a bunch of content, but I just hate it all. So I'm going to start fresh. And I've decided I need to just stop overthinking it and just keep it simple. Just bring the camera with me, hit the record button, and just document my training. So that's what I'm going to do. If this is your first time watching this channel, which it probably is, I'm training for my first ever ultramarathon. It's in June. It's a 50-mile ultra in the Welsh mountains. And I'm doing my first actual official marathon in prep for it as well, which I've not actually mentioned on here. I'm doing Manchester Marathon in April. I've done a marathon before, but it was during an Ironman. I've not done an official marathon event. And then I'm actually also doing Amsterdam Marathon in October. So I've got a jam-packed year of running with a bunch of other challenges on the way that I've got planned. So if you're into running, if you're into the outdoors, if you're into trails, if you're into mountains, then you might like this channel. It's Saturday morning right now. It is 5 to 8. I'm supposed to be setting off at 8, so I need to get this filmed and get on the road. But I am going to parkrun at 9 o'clock. I'm meeting my friend at parkrun, and I'm gonna run to parkrun first and just get in. I was hoping 6 or 7 miles, but I've got an hour now till parkrun starts. So I need to get a move on if I want to get anywhere near 6 miles in first. I'm gonna run, whatever, 5.5, 6 miles, get to parkrun, meet my friend who's called Miles, run parkrun, and then we're gonna go to the gym. And then tomorrow I'm gonna head up to the Peak District, probably. Again, I'm not 100% sure where yet. I've not planned a route, but I'm gonna go somewhere new. Do probably 12 to 15 miles tomorrow, probably more so 15 miles, because I'm gonna be doing a little bit less than I planned today, as I'm late. I've already ran 16 miles, so I'm gonna get another 25 miles in over the weekend, bringing the weekly total up to 41 miles, which will actually be a PB for me in terms of weekly mileage. Anyway, I'm fucking really late, so I'm gonna turn this camera off. I'm gonna get my shoes on. I'm gonna get out the door. It's 20 past 8. Terrible effort from me. Just an awful case of procrastination. Couldn't find my running belt for a little bit, but there's no excuse, man. I got up at 7 o'clock. I wanted to get up by 7:45. Hour and 20 minutes to get ready for a run. I'm actually just taking the piss, but we got out, it's all good. I think my dreams of getting 7 miles in before parkrun are dead now, but it's okay. I'm going to push the pace a little bit so I can at least get 5 miles in before 9 o'clock, and then I'll get to parkrun, wash out the other 3. That's what, 8 miles? It's not quite the plan 10, but it's all good. Not everything always goes to plan. We're going to get to the 40-mile week for sure. Right, I'm at the park, just over 3 miles. Definitely not easy. I thought I was going to push it just a little bit, and some guy just started matching my pace. So obviously I got faster and faster, and he got faster and faster, and I ended up running sub 7-minute miles. So I'm at 170 BPM, and parkrun's not even started. I'm going to try and get to 4 miles, and then meet Miles, and then we'll get into parkrun. Man like Miles, showing up just on time. It is 2 minutes to 8. We're about 4 minutes from the parkrun start line, so Miles, I need you to introduce yourself to the vlog by saying your full name, your 16-digit card number, and your CVD. Yeah. I've done 4 miles, 4.8 miles, because Miles was late. So actually got some solid mileage in to say how late it was. But we're gonna get into parkrun. I'm gonna absolutely bottle vlogging myself in there, because there's a million people and it's terrifying. And then we're gonna go get some brekkie. We're breaking the parkrun world record today, or what? Being sick. You know it's bad when you get here and there's no one in the car park, because every single person is at the start line listening to the speech right now. We're gonna have to put an effort in, lad, to get there. We made it by the skin of our teeth, putting in a fucking VO2 max effort to make it to the start line of parkrun. It's the only way to do it. Yo. How far are we in, Miles? I actually don't know. 4.24. 4 point something K. Love parkrun, you know. It's actually sick how many people turn up to these things every single week. Hundreds of people here, mate. And we're winning, obviously. Obviously. Part run boshed out. I've done 8.5 miles now, which is a lot less than I planned, but I'll take it. It's good enough. I'm going to do 15 miles tomorrow to make up for it. I just need to learn my lesson and stop fucking around so much in the morning, because I wake up and I could, in the week, I'll get out the door in 20 minutes, but on the weekend, it took me an hour and 20 minutes to get out this morning. It's
fucking idiot.
Sick joke, innit, Miles? Yeah, parkrun is just like, actually the sickest concept ever. The fact that it's just every single week in so many different places and like hundreds of people turn up. And there was like 400 people here today and we won it. How crazy is that?
Yeah, no, definitely won it, man.
We literally won it.
Yeah.
We also broke the 5k world record. We did it, what did we do, like 11 minutes 45 or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like zone 2, easy run. Right, I'm at Miles' house now. I'm waiting for him to get ready. So I'm going to talk through my week of training because I filmed a bunch of it, but I'm just not going to use the vlog content because, like I said earlier, I hate it all. So I'm going to talk through what I've done this week and kind of how I'm structuring my training on a weekly basis. The structure that I've got right now is now going to stay like marginally the same, and I'm just going to work the mileage up as I work towards the race. Some things will change like week on week. Some runs will have to get missed for whatever reason. I might have to rearrange the week because I've got plans on a certain evening. Things can change, you know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. But in terms of this week, right? Monday is easy run day. I ran 4 miles. It's usually local. And it's after a big weekend because obviously the heavy sessions are over the weekend. So Monday is always a tough one. It's tough to get out of bed and my legs are always like fucking lead. So that's always a tough one mentally. It was actually meant to be 6 miles this Monday because again, I'm working the miles up, but my legs were just honestly like absolute bricks. So I just called it at 4 miles, 132 BPM, 9:51 per mile. Tuesday is my only double day of the week. So Tuesday morning, I go to the gym. I'm doing 2 weightlifting sessions a week, generally. I've done 3 this week after today, but that's because today's kind of a social thing. I do full body workouts and I do like supersets and I just try and get everything in that I can. And I do a mix of functional stuff and a little bit of bro lifting for shits and gigs because it's fun in it. Like, gotta do a little bit of bro lifting. So I'll do stuff like, I'll be doing sumo deadlifts supersetted with flat dumbbell press, or single leg RDLs superset with bicep curls, stuff like that. It's dead random stuff, but I hit everything. And because it's supersets with no rest and I'm trying to like minimize my rest between sets as well, my heart rate gets really high and they're really sweaty, difficult sessions. And I like that. They're challenging. Even though I'm only doing 2 weight sessions a week, I think I'm doing enough to maintain and maybe even build on my physique and my strength. And hopefully it's enough to stop me getting injured because I got injured 3 times during the Ironman prep last year, all from running. So that's what I'm really trying to avoid this year. Tuesday evening is swimming at the Nottingham Triathlon Club. It's a coached session. It's where I met a bunch of training partners that I trained with throughout the Ironman prep last year. And I'm just going to that really, to be honest, to like continue seeing people week on week. And I just like swimming, but I'm going to try and keep it as part of my routine once a week on a Tuesday evening. Wednesday, I did a 7-mile trail run. So I did this before work, drove to a village that's halfway between my home and my office, parked up, did a 7-mile run. A bit of like a steady effort, so not an easy run, but not like a threshold run either, like just kind of pushing the pace a little bit and getting a bit of speed in my legs. And that was a beautiful run actually. Trails in the morning with the sunrise. Thoroughly enjoyed that one, and that's going to be a staple part of my routine week on week. And Thursday is my hill reps day. So I do 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute hill reps with equal rest. I've been doing it on the treadmill and I'll insert a couple of clips even though I fucking hate them because my running form looks crazy. And I promise I don't run like this normally. I think it's because I'm not used to running on a treadmill. It's not something I do very often. I will do some of those outside as well, but I just need to find a hill. There is one that I have in mind near my office that I can go to, so I will do some outdoor ones as well. Friday is rest from running, but I do another gym session. Again, it's like full body, same sort of stuff. I hit everything. Today as well, I'm obviously about to go to the gym, but generally I won't be doing that on a Saturday. It'll just be run day. And then Sunday is my other long run day. So the only real difference between an ultramarathon prep and a marathon prep so far that I've found is you do 2 long runs instead of 1. So I'll do 2 long runs, but one will be longer than the other. And the longer one I'll do in the peaks or in the Lake District if I'm going away there for the weekend, or I'll get out on some proper trails for the longer run. So that's tomorrow right now. it's going to be like 15 miles. And then the other run, I'm just going to do local because I've got Manchester Marathon, like I mentioned earlier. And I actually now kind of want to do a good time for that. I saw that as just like a race I was doing pretty much as training for the Ultra. But now I'm like, you know what, I do want to put a good effort in there. So my other long run at the weekend, I'm going to do just locally. And as I get closer to that race, I'll probably do some longer speed work sessions at like marathon pace. But we'll see. Let me not get too ahead of myself. That's the weekly training structure that I'm following right now. And marginally the structure that I'm going to be following for the next 6 months. Right now, I'm at about 40 miles a week. And at the peak, I think it's going to be about 60 to 70 miles a week. Maybe more, maybe less. We'll just have to see how my legs hack the mileage. But so far, so good. Let's go to the gym.
Right, I've just nipped back to mine, got changed real quick. We're heading down to David Lloyd's now. I feel like a Range Rover mum. We're gonna hit straight up bro lifting session because I've done 2 sessions this week and they were all both like functional running stuff. We're gonna straight up, we're gonna do arms and arms, aren't we?
Mate,
Pumping. So yeah, I'm gonna smash this session out. I'm gonna bring the camera in again. I'll see if I'm up for filming. I probably won't be doing no talking to the camera in the gym because that's fucking insane, mate. That is insane, innit?
Told you I felt like a Range Rover mum. Check this out for a gym look. Bench here with the dumbbells. Forest game on the telly, mate. Look at that.
How'd you zoom in?
You don't.
Should I just go close on your crotch then?
Yeah, get a crotch shot.
Go on, mate. Easy, mate. Right work, bud.
I feel like such a weakling nowadays, you know. It's actually a joke. What we do, chest and triceps. It was a little 40-minute job, can't lie. Wasn't anything crazy. And then in the health spa, flipping sauna job, cold plunge after. I just feel like I've been reborn.
Seriously wholesome morning, park run, bosh, gym and health club, bosh. We're gonna get down to Asda now, get some snackery, some fucking bits and bobs, mate, crisps and that. And then we're gonna go and watch UFC all afternoon. What a motive.
And Forest won 5-0.
And Forest won 5-0, yes! I'm not a football fan, but I'm just gonna pretend I am for the vibes.
Right, we're back from the shop now. I've got a little food haul. I'm going to talk you through it because obviously I'm a really serious athlete and I only eat the most optimum nutrition. So I'm going to talk you through what that is. We've already had an oven pizza each for lunch. Now, we've got the UFC on in the other room. We're going to be locked into that for the next 6 hours. So we've got 2 bags of crisps, sweet chili, salt and vinegar, 2 different hummuses, red pepper and Moroccan style. We got sushi. We got a bag of salted caramel and Belgian chocolate cookies, chocolate brownies, 2 white monsters, 8 Pepsi Maxes, and that is what you call a real athlete's diet.
Right, it's Sunday morning, it's 10 o'clock, a little bit later than I wanted to be setting off really, but I didn't get in late last night. That's not the excuse. The reason I'm setting off late is because I woke up late. My alarm went off at 7:30 and I was like, it's fucking Sunday morning, I'm not getting up at 7:30. But I do need to get rid of that mentality because I'm going to be training every Saturday and Sunday and one of those days is going to be a decent drive away. So I need to just be getting up early and getting out. Because by the time I've drove to the place where I'm doing my run and get back, it's going to be fucking 3-4 o'clock. So I need to fix this problem of refusing to get up early on the weekend and just do it. Just get out of bed, get ready, and just get on the road as soon as I can. I'm going up to Derwent Reservoir, which is a lovely bit of the Peak District with some nice views. I've been for a bunch of walks there, but I've never been for a run there. It's about an hour and 15-minute drive away. So let's get on with it.
It's 11:30 now. I'm in Haddisage. I don't know why I said I was going to Derwent. It's Lady Bower Reservoir that I'm at. I'm just getting the nutrition loaded up in the vest. I've got 3 gels and a flapjack. Oh, it's pretty chilly, but it's a beautiful day.
Sun's out, shining. I'm gonna get straight on my ones and twos so I can warm up. Should be a good amount of elevation on today's run. This is a pretty hilly part of the Peak District. Obviously the last few runs I've done, there's been a good amount of hills, but today there's gonna be some actual long extended climbs that I'm probably gonna have to power hike up. So let me get this vest loaded up and I'll get on my way. Great way to start the run, just complete and utter sludge. The annoying bit about going through sludge is it all sticks to your shoes and then it just makes them feel heavier, like you can fully feel the weight of the fucking mud on your shoes. But when it's every other 2 minutes, it's long to stop and like scrape it off every time. It's honestly so frustrating. Sorry, but why is there a door here? Like a gate, fair enough, but a full-on wall with a door in it. I feel like I'm crossing the Wildy ditch. I'm in level 1 wilderness now. So hope there's no PvPers about. Fuck. Starting things off with a proper climb. Legs are feeling seriously stiff right now. I'm almost a mile in. 14 left to go. Hopefully my legs warm up soon and then I'll be alright. But fucking hell. This might be a grind. Be nice if I can do some running at some point. Right, there's a bit too much water in my pack and it's shaking around and it's really doing my nut in. So I'm gonna empty some of it out. I've been having this problem quite a lot recently, so the vest I've got, it's just a cheap Decathlon vest. And it does the job, it's fine, it's got good storage in it, you can get 2 litres of water in it, but the water's in a pack on your back, and I have such a bad habit of overfilling it, and I'm just having way too much water, and you do feel the weight of 2 litres of water on your back when you're climbing, and it just shakes around, and it's just dead annoying. So I'm going to pour some of this out, hopefully not too much. That was too much. I'm going to regret that later. To be honest, I think I'd rather have not enough water than have it jiggling around on my back, pissing me off. Oh, that feels so much lighter already. Not even started moving yet. I had my AirPods in at the start, but I've decided to just go raw dog. Because when you're in a place like this, it's just so nice to just be like present with your surroundings and just listen to the birds and listen to your feet on the gravel. It's very peaceful. I love this shit, honestly. I really do love this shit. Let's keep moving. I'm at a stage right now where I'm really early still in this prep, so it's still a bit of a novelty for me. I remember this feeling at the start of the Ironman prep where I was doing all this new kind of training and I was just looking forward to it every day and I was really loving it. And I'm going to try and be present and grateful for this time because I know it's going to get a lot tougher when we get into the real thick of it in the springtime, like April, May, where we're a couple of months out of the race and I've got to wake up every Saturday and Sunday, make my way out somewhere like this and run 20-30 miles. It's going to get tough. So whilst it's still a novelty and I'm enjoying it, I'm going to be grateful for that. Look at this, mate. Unbelievable. Check that for a view. Unreal, mate. Never gets old on a day like this. Stunning. I think, is that Stanage Edge over there? I might be so wrong about that. Who knows? Right, we're going up there. Let's get it. By the way, I was right. That is Stanage Edge up there. Check that out for Peak District geography knowledge. I'm a trail runner now. Nah, jokes, it's just probably one of the most famous spots in the entire Peak District and you can recognise it a mile off. But I'll take those points. Fucking hell. It's a windy one, mate.
There she is, Lady Bower Reservoir. Not Derwent Reservoir, Lady Bower Reservoir. I think anyway, I've not actually checked my maps, but I know I'm going to be running past that at some point. And there's a big body of water, so it must be Lady Bower Reservoir. Never mind, this is Redmire's Reservoir. I did think it was a bit small to be Lady Bower. Lady Bower's massive, so we're not quite there yet. Right, that was a nice little downhill, but it's back to the climbs. This isn't quite like the one I did a few weeks ago where I can full send all the climbs and just sprint up them. It's really steep around here. I've just climbed to the top of this hill and I've realised I'm supposed to be down there. But I have no regrets because look at that view. It's crazy how quick in the Peak District you can go from really busy touristy areas to just suddenly feeling so remote. Like, look at this. Some place. Right, I've had to turn around to talk to the camera because I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know how good the wind resistance is on this mic, but I am just getting battered by a block headwind right now. Just head on running straight into it. I must have been running with a tailwind the entire way out because I've made a turn and I'm just getting victimised by the wind. Whoa, it's a grind. Let me turn back this way so you can hear me. So that means it's AirPod time. AirPod and a good playlist to keep me powering through. See you lot in a few miles. Right, I've got 7 miles left. Stopping for a walk so I can eat my flapjack. But it's fucking 2 o'clock, man. By the time I get back to the car, it's going to be 4 o'clock. I'm saying this now, this is the last time I am getting up and faffing about in the morning. I end up losing my entire afternoon because I just procrastinate too much in the morning. And then by the time I start running, every time I'm like, why did I not just start a couple hours earlier? And then I could be done by lunchtime, home by 1, and I've got the whole afternoon. So you heard it here first. Next Sunday or Saturday, whichever day I do my longer run, I'm getting out the door by 8 o'clock. Not up by 8 o'clock, out the door en route by 8 o'clock. I'm not doing this again. It's all good though. Look at that for a view. Right, I'm gonna get this flapjack scranned and then I need to get a move on because I want to get back to the car. Right, I'm starting to descend back down now. I'm hoping this is the last descent and I don't have any more major climbs because my hamstring is on fire. It's just really, really tight and I don't want it to get any worse and cause any problems next week. It's got to be time for a deload week next week, I reckon. I've not had a deload week yet. It's been 5 weeks since I started my prep. And I told myself at the start that one thing I was going to do differently this year is deload weeks, because last year I barely did any and I got injured 3 times. Don't want that to happen this time, seriously don't. So I meant to have an easy run tomorrow, but to be honest, I might even just take it off. We'll see how my hamstring feels later. Maybe I'm overthinking it right now. Not gonna lie, I'm almost limping going uphill. Oh, fuck. This is not ideal. I'm gonna stop and have a stretch. That feels good, bruh. Oh, man. This is a good one for isolating your hamstring, yeah? Cross your legs over. Oh, and it just really stretches the back. Oh, man. Oh. Right, hopefully that relieves it a little bit. 4 miles left, come on. Right, looking at my watch. There is one last climb left. So let's hope my hamstring holds up, yeah? It's all good when I'm on flat, but as soon as I'm going uphill, it's really, really just screaming at me. Fuck. Just gonna have to grit through, and then yeah,
listen to my body and chill out a little bit. Right, it's the last climb of the day now. I just got to get up and over, what's it called, Standage Edge, and then should be back to the car. Right, I'm back at the car. That was a long day. It is 4:45. So again, I just really need to sort out this morning thing and just get up and go, because the runs are only going to get longer and I can't be getting back to the car at like 5, 6 o'clock on a Sunday. Like, it's just, it can't happen. So I need to start getting up earlier. That run was a lot of fun though, and a lot of beautiful views. A lot of fun for the first probably 10 miles anyway, and then the last 5 after my hamstring started playing up was just a grind. But that's all part of the process. It's to be expected. It's only a niggle. It's not an injury. I'm not too concerned about it. I just am going to need a bit of a deload week next week. Right, that's another week in the books. It's Sunday evening now. We've ran a grand total of 39 miles this week, which I'm a little bit pissed off about because I thought I was going to go over the 40 and I just did my maths wrong. So I've just sat down now, pulled my training up and seen 39 miles. But it's all good because it's still my biggest running week ever, I'm pretty sure. It's been a steady build for the last 4 weeks, and now it feels like I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to put some serious miles in my legs. It's all relative, obviously. These top marathon runners are doing 70, 80, 90 plus miles a week, but I'm not a top marathon runner. So we take the wins. Almost 40-mile week in the books. Like I said, I'm only 4 weeks into it, and I think it's a 26-week prep. So I've got like 22 weeks left. I'm going to go into a deload week next week because I said at the start of this prep that the one thing I was going to change, or there's a few things I was going to change, but one of those things is that I'm going to take deload week seriously, because last year during Ironman prep, I just pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and I just didn't. I think I got to the half Ironman in May last year and hadn't taken a single deload week. And then I got a coach after that, and she made me start to implement for those last 12 weeks as we built to the full race. And it just made such a difference, like having those easier weeks where it's still a good amount of training, but the total volume just steps back a little bit. And I found it just made my legs feel so much better after that week was out of the way. And then you go into a hard week and you just feel like you got a new set of legs on you, and it's great. So, and the week after, I'm going to go up to the Lake District for some proper hills. Planning a big 20-miler. I've got a friend of mine who's going to meet me there. He's an ultra runner himself. He's done a few ultras last year, and he's got a few planned this year. So he's going to drag me around the mountains, and we're going to have a fun weekend of running. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to dive into some of the stats because I like stats. When I got this thing, it just changed everything for me because there's just so many little metrics that I can look at every day to see how I'm progressing. So the first metric that I look at, and I look at this all the time, is my endurance score, which is just your overall level of fitness. And you can see here, so this is obviously as I was building for the Ironman last year, and this was August when I did the actual Ironman itself, and I was at the peak level of fitness. And then obviously after that, giant nosedive because I spent 2 months sitting on my arse and resting. And then I started to build back up here because I was doing a half marathon prep. I had a half marathon planned in December, which I never actually did because I got ill on the week. But I spent those couple of months doing a lot of speed work. And then it seems that it kind of regressed a little bit in January, but we're climbing a little bit again now. And if you go into the 12 weeks, you can see that, yeah, it started to regress, but it's pushing back up again, which is good. But this is the most important metric, right? And it's the hill score, because I keep harping on in these vlogs about how unfit I am on hills, but it's the reality of the matter, and I need to change that to be able to handle this race. So if you look over the last year, the hill score pushed up a little bit during Ironman prep, but I wasn't doing any hills. It's just because of the volume I was doing, I guess. The total elevation was adding up, but you can see here, now it's really starting to climb up, and in the last 4 weeks, we've gone from, so this is the time that I've been in prep, it's gone from 45 up to 54, which it hit today. Good to see that climbing, and that's the metric that I'm really going to be watching. I need to get that up to, I don't know, 70s, 80s. I guess I'll call it there. I'm going to go chill out now for a couple hours before I go to bed. Back to work tomorrow morning, and I'm looking forward to a rest day, can't lie. If you made it this far into the video, you must have somewhat enjoyed it, unless you just got it on in the background and it's that boring that you just didn't listen or watch at all, in which case, still appreciate your viewership. If you did enjoy the video, drop it a like, it means a lot. I'm a fucking micro creator. This is my 4th YouTube video.
got 42 subs in 3 videos, which I am actually buzzing about, but got a long way to go. So hit the sub button if you want to see more of this kind of content. I'll have another video coming out next week. I'm going to start filming tomorrow morning straight away.